Hi, you guys. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be recording this video today. Like, I haven't seen you guys in a minute, and I'm so happy to be here. um, I I can admit I suck. I suck at recording. I suck at getting videos out to you guys in a timely fashion, but it's just the life I live is very hectic, very busy, and it just doesn't allow for me to record, but whatever. Here we are today. So I just want to catch you guys up on what's been going on with me the last couple of months. A lot has happened, a lot has changed for me, and I just wanted to catch you guys up to speed. Okay, so yes, I am still a medical surgical nurse. I'm still in MedSurg, but I also did take on a new psych role at a hospital, at a facility like 10 minutes from me. So I was looking online and I was really thinking, all right, what do I want to do? What's going to be my next steps? And I'm like, okay, I know I need to get a master's. And I'm like, all right, well, what am I going to get the master's in? Family nurse practitioner. It didn't seem all that appealing to me. So I'm like, okay, I maybe I can go for psych, but I know in order to go for psych, I would need some psych experience. So that's what I did. I was looking online for psych jobs, and it just popped up one day. Like, the facility that's close to my house, it's only psych that they have there, and it was a pretty good rate. It was like $70 an hour, literally 10 minutes from home. I'm like, you can't beat that, right? So I might as well go for it. So I applied through the agency. They wasn't requiring previous psych background. So that's what made it easier for me to apply. So I applied and I got in, did the 3-week orientation, boom, went on the unit and was like shadowing the nurses there. So, okay, first things first, this is a state facility. So it's a state facility and there's like room for crazy overtime. So you can work 7 days a week. Like if your mind and your body will allow you to work 7 days a week, you can really make some serious bread doing it. Like you can, $70 an hour, 12-hour shifts, whatever, right? So I started out, but I quickly realized that psych is not for me. Well, I thought psych wasn't for me, right? So it's different when you're in a facility where everyone has psych issues and that's it, right? So like usually in MedSurg, you will get your patients sometimes you get patients who have psych issues, right? But mainly they have medical issues. So they come in onto the unit. You'll notice that there's some psych stuff going on, but they're basically there because there's something medical going on as well, right? So there's something medical going on, and what you would do is you would fix whatever's the medical issues are and then send them back to psych. But in psych, it's mainly on just psych stuff going on. A bunch of psych meds and things like that. So, okay, first things first. Before we jump into all the psych stuff, let's talk about the nurses that worked at this particular facility, right? So the nurses there, they like scorn agency nurses because I guess they have this idea that we're only there for the money and we're coming in now and it's cutting into their overtime. But it's like, baby, nobody wants to work psych. Nobody wants to do the 12-hour shifts. There's always money to be made, right? Like, we all get the same 24 hours in a day. There's always money to be made. If you can't get the money at your facility, then you carry your ass to another facility and get the money there, because that's what I do. Like, a lot of times I've worked at facilities where they don't allow for the overtime, so I sign up with another agency and go through to another facility. If that's what I need to do, that's what I'll do. But these nurses, they are, and I'm in no way, shape, or form like discriminating against anybody, but this is just something that I noticed, right? Them Indian nurses, some Filipino nurses, they different. The Filipinos at least will play nice with you, but they play nice with you, but they'll talk shit behind your back. Them Indian nurses, they just straight up rude off the rip, off the gate. Like, what are you doing here? Like, basically, I had a nurse say to me, like, she was trying to, like, play nice and be in my business a little bit, like, oh, what specialty are you coming from? And I'm like, well, I'm a MedSurg nurse, so this is very new to me. I mean, I've seen some of these drugs before because, like I said, in MedSurg, you get psych patients, so you see some of the drugs, you get used to seeing them. So I'm like, I'm used to some of the drugs. I don't know all of them, but if you teach me, you show me, I'm willing to learn, right? So she was just basically like, I'm so busy, I don't got time to teach nobody. I don't got time to show nobody anything. But I'm like, they sent me here to precept with you, yet you're telling me you have no time. Okay. That was red flag number one. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's just her. So I let the day pass. I did what I could with her. I assisted her in any way that she needed to be assisted. I, looked for things to do. I even volunteered to sit on the one-to-ones while the TAs went on break. I did what I could. So I'm like, you know what? When I come in here tomorrow, if they're going to pair me with her, I'm going to just ask to be paired with somebody else. So I came in the next day. I was paired with a West Indian lady. So I was like, all right, maybe I'll have a better rapport with her. Maybe my experience will be different. And it was. Like, I really learned a lot that day. She showed me a lot. We was able to, like, work with each other. She was able to show me different things. So that day went pretty smooth. The downside to this particular facility is that it's a state facility and they use old time stuff and everything is done on paper. And I'm just like, bro, like, y'all have to get with the times. But once again, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. I'm not here to go into nobody's establishment. And I just, if I don't like something or if it's not working well for me, I just remove myself. I do what I can and then I just remove myself. So I was contracted to do 3 days a week there every other weekend. Meanwhile, at my other job where I'm doing MedSurg, I'm contracted to do 3 days every other weekend. So all my weekends have been swamped, and then I'm bouncing between the two. And I'm just like, all right, this is just not going to work for me. So I dropped the psych place full time, and I only do it like per diem once a week, once or twice a week. Whenever I feel to go in is when I'll go in, because I can't be, it'd be too much. It'd be way too much going on, and then I just, no. So, in regards to the patients, like, I've seen some pretty crazy things. I'm sorry, I'm just like fidgeting a lot and playing with stuff. I'm sorry. So in regards to the patient population in psych, they are really mentally ill. Like, and I'm not saying it like laughing wise, like, it's crazy. Like, you think you seen crazy, you ain't seen shit until you get into this hospital, to these type of settings. These people are crazy. And like, a lot of it I've seen, like, a lot of it is due to sexual abuse. A lot of it is due to physical abuse. A lot of it, these people were born on drugs, and like, it's just a lot. it's just a lot, and it's almost scary at times. Like, there was a situation where, like, a young lady, we were trying to talk her down. You can tell that she was getting agitated, and she was, you know, about to start acting up. And then, like, I was sitting behind the nurse's station, and there's like no glass, no nothing. It's just like this type of area, and then you sit behind. So I'm sitting there, and sis just like jumped over the nurse's station like a fucking cheetah. And I'm just like, there's nothing here to protect me. So if she really wants to get at me and possibly fuck me up, she gonna do that. And then they have only male units. They have a unit where men have come from prison, and now they're in, you know, for whatever reason, they're not going to be in prison. They're going to be at the facility. And I'm just like, these men they're scary. I mean, I think I'd rather deal with the men than the women, but they're scary. But it's just like, you know, territory's unknown, I guess. Like, anything new, it's going to be different. It's going to be hard. So that's really what I've been up to, like, career-wise. I'm going to stick it out for a bit longer because, like I said, I'm interested in doing, like, psych nurse practitioner, more on, like, the outpatient side. So I want to stick it out and learn as much as I can and then just move on from there. You know, I'm not in the business of just quitting things. Like, I like to give things a fair shot before I just be like, oh, no, I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm like, all right, let me just do what I have to do. So yeah, that's been that. That's worked. As for my kids, we had a pretty eventful summer. We went on a cruise. My daughter had a sweet 16. And you know, school just started back. So now my daughter is heading into the 11th grade. My son, well, not heading, she is in the 11th grade, and my son is in 3K. So it's a little bit of an adjustment because before we were able to drop my son at 7 a.m. and pick him up at 6 p.m. However, now he goes to school for 8:30. He has to be picked up by 3. So it's been a little bit of adjusting. I think I'm going to sign him up for the extended day where he can be dropped off at 7 and be picked up by 6, just to allow me some more flexibility because I really need, you know, to do what I got to do. I really got to make some moves. So sis has to work. I have to do what I have to do. But once again, like, his dad is here. His dad is great with holding down the kids while I'm at work. He works overnight, so it's easy for him. Not easy, but he's the one that's mainly here with the kids because he works overnight. So during the day, when I'm at work, he's home. So that has been that. Yes, so wedding. What is going on with the wedding? Boy. So our original wedding date was scheduled for September 9th. We did not get married on September 9th. We rescheduled it for November 5th. And now we're looking to reschedule it again. So here's what it is. Want to be open, want to be honest, you know. We have been together for almost 10 years, right? And like, since we've been together so long, you know, people start to grow apart. Not in a bad way. Not in, you know, you just have, he's a fantastic man. He's a fantastic father. He's a bit annoying, but that doesn't take away from his good qualities, right? We put a hold on the wedding until next year because there's just some things that we need to work on, and, you know, amongst ourselves, within ourselves, both as individuals, then as a couple, and then as a family. So we put a halt on the wedding, right? And we're just figuring things out. We're working things out. We know that ultimately we want to be together. We are still together. I'm not saying that we're not together. We're still together. We still live in the same house. It's just that we are figuring things out, getting back to where we once used to be. I would hate for us to get married and then a year later we're like, this ain't what I really want, dog. Like, let's get divorced, you know? So we're just taking the time to really get back to us. And, you know, hopefully we'll get there. You know, prayerfully we'll get there. I pray hard. One thing about me, I pray. If I don't do nothing else, I pray, and I pray hard, and I fast, and I go to God more than I go to anybody else, because ultimately He's the only one that's going to be able to help us in this situation that we're currently facing. But other than that, life is good. Career-wise, I'm where I want to be at the moment, and the kids are good. And that's more than I could ever really ask for at the moment. So we're just taking it a day at a time, a moment at a time, figuring things out. You know, hopefully sometime next year I'll be able to make an exit from bedside. I don't know what that will look like for me, but hopefully sometime next year I will be able to make my exit, which is what I've been wanting to make for a minute now, but it's really time. So we'll see where that leads us. You guys, talk to me. Let's talk in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys want relationship topics, you know, kids, finances, whatever y'all want to see, I want to do. So yeah, I got so much things that I could talk about, but I want to ultimately, you know, give you guys what you want. So let me know. Let's talk about it. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.